Hello, I'm Catherine Webster, and I'm the Simpson County Extension Agent for 4-H Youth Development. I work from the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment Cooperative Extension Service. And today I'm here to feature one of the activities in the 4-H Healthy Living Guide, and it is how to make fresh guacamole. And I have with me my daughter Annabeth. Annabeth is a member of Warren County 4-H. And Annabeth, where did you learn how to make guacamole?
I learned to make guacamole at Teen Summit, and it is a middle school event.
Okay, and that's a 4-H conference?
Yes.
All right, and so since you've learned how, you make it quite a bit at home, don't you?
Yes, I make it a lot.
All right, so I'm going to turn it over to Annabeth as she shows you how to make fresh guacamole.
So the ingredients you will need for this and the supplies are 2 avocados, 1 whole tomato that is pre-diced, we've already diced that, half a lime, you're going to need the juice, you're going to need sugar and garlic salt. The supplies you'll need are a mixing bowl, a fork, a knife, and a spoon and a 1/4 teaspoon measuring spoon. So to get started, take your knife and cut your avocado from the center down and try to make it as even as possible, and we will be needing 2 avocados. So once you have your avocado cut, I just give it a nice twist, and this is what it looks like. And so here's this is one reason I use the spoon, is just to get the pit out nicer and you don't have to put your hands on it. And then just throw that away, you're not going to need that. And so then I set that aside. Get your second avocado and do the exact same thing that you did. Just cut it down the middle, and I literally just go with it and try to keep it down the middle. I start at like the stem. So then, like I just said, twist, or let me cut that a little bit more. So then, like I said, just twist it, and then you will need, so then take your knife, the same one that you used, cut it horizontal, and this way, and then take your spoon, and I do this, just do this for both of them, and just scoop this into your bowl, and make sure that you get it all. You don't have to worry about like getting the inside shell. You don't have to be worried about getting that in there. Just scrape it all as much as possible. Throw that away, and then we're going to do that for the 2 other halves. And if occasionally, if you do let your avocado sit out too long, there will be bad spots, but all you have to do is take your knife, sometimes you don't even have to cut those out. What I like doing is taking a little spoon, you just scrape that into your trash can, and you can still eat it. It's not gonna hurt you at all. And so then just scrape, like I said, just scrape it on out, throw your pit away and your, what I call the shell. And it's okay if you get some of that like brown, some of the brown spot in, because it's not gonna hurt. It tastes the exact same. I just don't like putting it in there. And so take your pit out, put all your avocado in there, and I like putting guacamole on toast, on my quesadillas, rice, pretty much any of that type of stuff. And so then do not mix this up yet. And so then you're gonna add, I have 1 cup of tomatoes here, and just pour all those in there, and those are optional. And so then you take half a lime and squeeze that juice in there really well. And you can use lemon. So at home when I make this, I do use lemon juice, but you can also use lime. And so once you have all your fruits, vegetables in there, throw that away. We're not going to need that. And then you literally just do a pinch of sugar in there. And then this is when your 1/4 teaspoon comes in. Do a 1/4 teaspoon in there. It's roughly measured. It's not perfect. And this is garlic salt. And then this is my favorite part. So first what I do is I like to take my spoon and I mix that in pretty well. And my favorite part about mixing in part is you smell the garlic salt. The garlic salt is really, really strong, and I just love that smell of just like the saltiness of it. And so how I do it is I take a fork and I just mash it and kind of fold the tomatoes in. So you mash it on up with a fork. You can do it with a spoon, but I just think it works better with a fork. And so then when you think you have that mixed in, I just take a spoon and just make sure everything is mixed in there. And so this guacamole does not stay good for over a week. So when you make it, you're gonna want to want to make it for an event. You're gonna want to make it that day. So then you can take your plate and just scoop it on there. And if you don't have tomatoes, those are not needed. You don't have to have tomatoes. And then get some chips. So get some chips and just dig in. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned some new tips, and I hope you learned how to make homemade fresh guacamole. Thank you.